Let's do a little refresher on draw. Now we cover this in our intro training, in our Cert Fundamentals DVD training, but let's refresh on the fundamentals of getting the gun from a concealed location just out into play. I mean, the first thing is defeat your garment. And this is half training as far as knowing your technique, and also lifestyle in the sense of the garments you choose, and also your lifestyle of training with those garments. So I choose the lifestyle of having an untucked shirt, and I tuck in the cert all the time so I can get reps in. So from there, the technique, as far as the reps go, is monkey paws, all right, monkey paws, below the shirt, clear the garment. Now when I clear the garment, I actually go twice as high as I need to, and my strong hand races down over the pistol. Now a lot of people, they try to dig their thumb in and such, like so. I actually have found that doesn't work too well for me, because when you're concealed carry, the gun is pressed tight to you. So instead, we found that just grab over the sights. All right, grab over the sights, and you generally hook it with these lower fingers right here. And as I withdraw the fingers off the trigger, that's key. All right, key. And then I'm right into my natural draw stroke right from there. So check out some of the other content in our material regarding grip establishment and presentation and such. But that is really the basics of just getting the gun out. Defeat the garment, right? Make sure you defeat the garment. Generally make sure you throw the garment twice as far. I think that's a very good rule of thumb. And then make sure your finger is off that trigger until you're in that appropriate time ready to shoot. So get those reps in off the range. I mean, we do go gangster carry. Of course, you're going to use a holster with your live fire pistol. But when you're testing things out, you're getting these uncalibrated trainings, we feel it's very good to just tuck it in gangster carry, all right? We don't see a training scar or an issue with that. But when we can have our holster, we of course use our holster if it's available. But I usually tuck in, I get my reps in, and cook off rounds, all right? So just very simple, just kind of keep those repetitions, so when we get to the range, all right, we're going to be as dialed in as possible. And needless to say, you can work in movement, and I'm not even talking like that. That was actually very bad form. Movement where you're really getting offline, boom, and you're honing in those skills. But by all means, you can only do so much off the range. Let's take it to the range now. Let's bring these skills to fruition with live fire. Now, when you're on the range, you definitely want to train appendix carry draw. Only problem is some ranges, they don't allow you to draw, even from a holster, okay? So I noted, find a range that lets you, even if you got to maybe drive somewhere, maybe going on vacation, and you can find a range, a pit or something like that where you can actually practice this live fire. So it's the same fundamentals, my friends. You grab low, right so, okay? I'm going to reach up, and I'm not just going to reach up just high enough. I'm going to go twice as high grab. Now I grab over the pistol like this, the thumb. I like grabbing like this because I don't get snagged up in here. Now when I come out, here's the big thing. Make sure your finger is off the trigger, all right? My finger is off the trigger, and I am not muzzling myself or anything else, okay? Just make sure every rep you do with the cert, you have that discipline, applied safety. And then it's the same grip establishment as we talked in our fundamentals DVD. I get my support hand on here, I present out, and hit my drills, just whatever drill I happen to be doing at the time. So you validate it, now we take it back off the range, let's go in the house, and let's get more repetitions. Now, appendix draw, you can train this a lot, but when you're in your house, make sure you disarm. You took your live fire pistols and you've put them away, because there's a higher probability of making a mistake, particularly the better you are, the more subconscious you are of drawing your live fire pistol, and we don't want that at all. So I do a safety check, I just kind of check myself, okay, I'm cert, and an abundance of caution, I have good ballistic walls here, I have an external wall, and it's thick on wood and such, so I'm really good to go. So I'll just do a raw rep here. I'll shoot my trusty old clock on the wall, and I'm gonna go and send it. Okay, well that was actually good. That was actually better than I would normally do. But working this draw, I mean, it's really about defeating the garment as much as anything. And of course, you will note that this is the times I really don't have my holster, and I'll still train with my cert. But of course, I know when I go live, I will cover the trigger guard with the proper holster. And of course, if the holster is available, I will use the holster to train that to make sure it doesn't come out with the pistol or there's any deficiencies with the holster whatsoever. All right, now we got some reps at live fire and we validated. I would strongly suggest doing thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds with your cert upstream from going live fire with the draw. And honestly, a lot of ranges don't even allow you to draw live fire, so find a range which will allow you to draw, or just really do the best you can with what you got. One final note on that, fight through the snags. If you snag up, again, you're pushing yourself to failure. So maybe you're doing a draw when you get an awkward shooting position and oh no, you grab a lot of shirt with your pistol. Well, don't stop and reset and make it perfect. Always categorically fight through a snag. So mentally, you know that there are no do-overs, all right? It may be ugly, all right, but we'll take ugly wins versus a predetermined loss, okay? So always, 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 my friends, fight through snags.